This is a guy that's NFL pedigree, ready to lead a football team. And we saw a lot of those pieces already at Michigan and ready to play pro football because that's what he did at Michigan too.
Was waiting for Justin to accept the deal. It was going to pay him $28 million per year. And then he decided, to the surprise of the Vikings, not to take the deal and to bet on himself and play it out.
Welcome on in, Vikings Nation, my Minnesota Vikings fan base. Happy to have you. There are just two legitimate important topics that I want to bring to you guys, and then I got some legitimate questions for you guys as well. Of course, one of my topics, unfortunately, hails from a very passionate argument that I had with a coworker of mine, pretty much talking about JJ McCarthy, right? We'll get to my position, and we'll get to his position later, and then I just want to talk about how literally locked in Justin Jefferson, Jay Jettas, however you call him, however you see him, how locked in he's going to be in for this 2024 season. And then the question is for you guys is where are you at right now with your team? It's such a peculiar team from even last year. You got Aaron Jones in the building. You lose Danielle Hunter, who was a big part of your defense last year, but you bring in players like Jonathan Grenard, who had a phenomenal breakout season at that pass rushing position last year. And then, of course, Jordan Addison. What is he going to be in year two? Is he going to be more comfortable, more in control of his body? I first just want to talk about Justin Jefferson. Like, congratulations. And I just want to briefly go over the receivers that were taken before Mr. Jay Jettas, Justin Jefferson, in case you forgot, as I did. First receiver, Henry Ruggs. We unfortunately know how that career ended. We move on. Jerry Jeudy. Whatever you think of Jerry Jeudy, he was picked before Justin Jefferson. And then you have CeeDee Lamb. I think that's a legit player, a legit wide receiver, but I'd be remiss to ask, Cowboys Nation, who would you rather have? Would you rather have CeeDee Lamb or Justin Jefferson? That's just me. I don't think there's really harm and foul with that one, but we move on. Jalen Reagor to the Philadelphia Eagles. And Vikings fans, you should be very, very happy because your best player in Justin Jefferson could literally be in Philadelphia right now, right at this moment. Maybe in a different universe, you have Devonta Smith as your number one wide receiver. Who knows? I don't. But what I see here is a young man, and if you guys have not seen a press conference, any of the footage with him and his family at the Vikings studio, he had a one-on-one interview with a Vikings radio host guy. You got to talk about it. You got to go watch it because he literally verbatim talks about how he was always doubted. He was not a 5-star. I think he was a 2-star coming out of high school. You know, he went to LSU, but no one really saw him to be a main dude. When he had a phenomenal season with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and the boys, he was still not seen. He was just seen as a slot receiver for whatever reason. He wasn't even seen as like an actual dude. And it was the Vikings that was just saying, hey, yeah, I don't care if this guy's just a slot. We got to bring him in the building. Found out he can do a lot more than just play the slot. So, this does not happen often, guys. You can see how the receivers that were drafted ahead of him, a few of them on new teams, right? Different teams then drafted them. And then unfortunately, some of them are out of the league. So clearly, this sequence of getting the right guy for the right building, for the right organization, it's more of a sweet science. It's more of a good luck charm also than people want to put on. And so you guys just need to slow down and understand how it worked for you. It worked for you. And you just need to be happy about that. And so I just want to push further to the argument that I had with a coworker yesterday. I don't get it, right? I don't understand how you can take a player in a JJ McCarthy who did nothing but what the coaches told him to do at Michigan. Did nothing but what the coaches told him to do at Michigan. And so you hear people talking out there so confidently saying JJ McCarthy is going to be the worst quarterback out in the first round because all he did was hand it off. You know, he did nothing. And then you have people that are saying things like, I could have done what JJ McCarthy did at Michigan. And it's like, no, you can't. And I get how that's like a good just hit piece to say that all they did was run the ball and everyone's going to go to that one game. I can't remember who it was against, but he literally just handed the ball off the entire second half, didn't throw it once. Isn't it crazy how you can even look at Justin Jefferson's situation? He played a lot of slot, but the name of the game was, the scheme was, hey, Justin, we need you in the slot. That's just how it is. But you saw how the scouts and you saw how all the at-home scouts in the world said, no, this guy's not a number one. This guy can't be an outside receiver because all he did was play slot. All he did was do what the coaches told him to do. That's all JJ McCarthy did. He did what the coaches told him to do. And I understand you could take that for more than what it is and saying, JJ McCarthy's not that good because the coaches didn't trust him to throw the ball more. But it's like, no, he did what he was supposed to do as a quarterback. He won a lot of games in college football. Like, he won a lot. He won a lot. He won a national championship on an undefeated roster with an undefeated team. And he literally sends his coach off into Hall of Fame status for Michigan. And, his coach gets a big-time job for the Los Angeles Chargers. He's had to make doesn't he have, like, the best third down passer rating for the quarterbacks coming into this draft? He's like one of the best third down quarterbacks. And you can say, oh, it's because he has that run, and then he's able to have an easy pass. He completed the pass. I just hate people can't understand how complex the quarterback position is, but when the quarterback is doing everything, it just doesn't look the way you want it to look. People are going to trash him. Look, Brock Purdy, what he has, San Francisco. It took me a while to get to where I'm at, but hey, he's a good quarterback that's doing what he is told to do. And that's exactly what JJ McCarthy is going to be doing year one. This is how we get into this unfortunate territory of using the word game manager and how that turns into an insult, because it's sickening how the quarterback has to be Trevor Lawrence, right? The quarterback has to be on 10 coming out of the draft. If the quarterback is not Caleb Williams, he's going to be a bust. No. I think JJ McCarthy has so much potential to just not mess anything up. Kirk Cousins was a third-round quarterback, and all he did was not mess anything up too badly to get another contract for another team to want him for a lot of money. This is the new game. I just hate how history repeats itself. This is just things that have happened already where I'm just like, guys, the quarterback position is more complex than you might think. And so when you see a guy just hand off the ball and that team wins, I promise you that quarterback did a lot of things that you did not see for him to be successful. And I'm happy for the Minnesota Vikings to get a legitimate quarterback because I have Jordan Addison in my dynasty league. I'll be straight up with you guys. And so I know JJ McCarthy is going to do well enough to help out, because they're quarterbacks, and I'm sorry, quarterbacks like Sam Darnold who are still on rosters, yours, that is. So I don't want to hear that. Sam Darnold was supposed to be this, guy that's supposed to go to the New York Jets and be the end-all be-all, and now he is backing up your quarterback, the guy who everyone's saying isn't good. Remember, that was Josh Allen draft night. So we have to stop thinking that we know everything that these quarterbacks are going to do when they get into the NFL. That's not how it works. And everything that I've seen from JJ McCarthy is that he is a winner and he wants to win and he doesn't want to lose. He doesn't know how to lose also. Put that in all of your college scouting reports. The kid won a championship. Like, comment, and subscribe.